Hey, you! About the proposal from the other day. It's not in the format I requested.
Hi, how are you?
What do you mean it's not in the format you requested?
What proposal are you talking about?
What? Can't you even understand English? That's why subcontractors like you are useless. You're so stupid and useless. You are also less valuable as a human being than I am when you say you work for me as a subcontractor.
I think it's a different issue now to criticize my personality as such.
I said proposal. It's the proposal you gave me the other day. What are you going to do with it? You and the proposal you submitted are useless.
I think I did it right.
Are you kidding me? I said that's wrong, so it's wrong. Are you going to argue with me, the person in charge of the company that is giving you the job? You are only a subcontractor. You're a lot older than me, aren't you? Aren't you frustrated that I, a younger man, said this to you?
That is not the case. I am using the proposal format you gave me, so I think there can be no mistake.
That's why you'll always be the one being used. You know what, dude? It's not enough to just do as you're told. You'll never get promoted if you keep on like that.
So, can you tell me specifically what needs to be fixed so that I can fix it?
Huh? You hear me out.
Oh, your story wasn't finished yet?
Take advantage of that format and improve it by yourself to make it better and easier to read. How long are you just going to sit around waiting for instructions?
Last time I made changes to the format, you got mad, didn't you? I am told that my predecessor also did so, and was harassed by you. So I thought for sure I should not change the format.
Huh? Now you blame others? You're as good as it gets.
If I should change it, I will. If I make changes to make it easier to see, I will. Is that all right with you?
That's not what I mean. Are you really that stupid? You have no comprehension whatsoever.
Then give me specific instructions. Please provide your preferred format in specific examples. That way, it will be easier for me to do it.
You are really just a man waiting for instructions. This is why subcontractors are useless.
Pardon?
I hate people who just wait for instructions. People like you can't think for themselves. I don't want to spend my precious time on those scum people.
What does that mean?
Don't you understand what I'm saying? You're too smart for your own good, aren't you? Well, that's why you can't work for a decent company. And keep working for such a small company until you reach that age.
That is not what we are talking about. I just want to be sure because your arguments keep changing one after another.
You're going to blame me now. You're a loser who can't get the job done, and I'm amazed at your guts to blame it on someone else. Don't ask for advice like it's the obvious thing to do. It is really tiring to deal with subcontractors who seem to hire idiots like you.
I recommend you refrain from such comments which denigrate other people's character. That is a disgraceful behavior as an adult.
Huh? You're annoying. Don't act like you're a big boss. I'm just telling you the truth. It's a lot of work when the client is incompetent like you.
Yes, it is. Certainly, it is not good to just wait for instructions.
You finally get it, too. What have you been listening to all this time? From the beginning, you just should have listened to me. Because I'm always right.
Then I will stop waiting for your instructions. Now, May I tell you what I think?
Huh? What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
I must confess that the proposal format you were giving us was very difficult to read. So I made a different version.
Huh? Why didn't you say that first?
When my predecessor used it, you complained. And I am told that you tore it up in front of him. So this time, as you requested, I made it in its original format without changing anything. But yet you still complain. So can I ask you to look at the other version?
Huh? Did you change that on your own?
By the way, I had another person from your company check it and he raved that it was very easy to read.
Did you show it to the other guys? I'm the manager. What the hell are you doing?
Huh? Didn't you say you don't like people just waiting for instructions?
No, well, that's true, but this is not the same thing.
What's your point?
Sure, I don't like people just waiting for instructions. But I hate those who take action without telling me even more.
Huh, see?
Why are you laughing? You're a subcontractor and you're ripping me off. You don't care what happens to the contract with my company. You're a subcontractor. Don't you dare disobey me. If you talk back to me, I will terminate our contract with your company.
Okay, then the contract is canceled.
Huh?
The contract, or rather the contract with you, is terminated.
What are you saying that doesn't make sense? What do you mean, a contract with me?
The employment contract you have with the company. I'm frankly disgusted by what you have said and done.
Huh? You have no right to say this to me. What's your point? Enough mocking me. You are a subcontractor, loser.
You have finally shown your true colors.
Huh?
I've heard that you've been getting unreasonably aggressive with people at other companies, just because they're subcontractors.
Huh? How the hell do you know that?
I am the founder of this company. I am now running this company as the CEO.
What?
By the way, by this company, I mean the company you are working for.
What are you talking about?
I was working undercover at a subcontracting company to conduct an inspection. I was determined to find out what was wrong with the company and fix it myself.
What? You're the president? Are you serious?
Honestly, I am totally shocked that someone like you exists.
Are you really the president?
Do you even remember what the president of your company looks like? Well, now that I'm undercover and doing a lot of outside work, my appearance may be quite different from before. Even if you're working for a subcontractor, your attitude is beyond rude.
No, that's not it. I just wanted to retrain guys who were on the take, who are subcontractors. It was not my intention to pick a fight with you, the president, or anything like that at all. This is a misunderstanding.
What misunderstanding? What does it mean to retrain a subcontractor? You had the right to do that? Did you have the right to reprimand the person for doing as you instructed?
No, I didn't.
See? And yet you mistakenly think you were a great man. How can you be so rude to an important business partner just because they are a subcontractor, and threaten to terminate the contract on your own? As an adult, or even as a human being, I think that's a terrible thing to do. Frankly, I have no idea what you want to do.
I apologize for everything. I did it to relieve stress. I didn't mean to offend you.
It's good to see you being that honest. But I don't intend to keep you employed any longer.
What? Does that mean I'm fired? Really?
How many subcontractors have you inconvenienced in this way?
Well, if you ask me how many, I don't think there are that many.
Then how many people? How many people have you harassed like this? You're the one who needs to use your brain and think a little.
Please don't talk like that. It's hard to be a middle manager too.
Now you're going to bicker and moan? Earlier you told me to stop waiting around for instructions, that I was useless, and that I was just a good-for-nothing. You've been talking a lot of crap, and now you're going to play the victim?
That is not my intention. This really is a misunderstanding. I take my job very seriously. Really, I was just being harsh with the subcontractors, for the best of my intentions.
Yes. No one asked you to do that. No one gave you those instructions. And you know you don't even have the right to do that in the first place.
You are right. I am really sorry.
So let me give you some instructions for your own sake, since you don't like people who just wait for instructions.
What? What do you mean?
You are fired. That is final.
Wait a minute. I don't want that. Please reconsider.
I have no plans to reconsider. But since I'm your friendly boss, let me give you one more instruction. Please fix that hard-to-see format before you leave.
That format? That's impossible.
What? Why is it impossible?
I hadn't made any proposals recently. I don't know how to do it because I always let my staff do it. Lately, all I've been doing was just checking them, so I didn't know how to do it.
Huh? Are you serious about that? Didn't you realize that was indeed not good as an employee? You can't even do your own paperwork. And all you did was complain to the subcontractors.
I didn't mean to complain.
Since the beginning of this year, I have not heard good things about my company from subcontractors. That is if you think about it when you become the manager of this department. And the manager deals with the subcontractors.
I don't think so. That would be a misunderstanding.
Are you going to pretend you didn't know? Now, just update the format and go away. Rather, if you can't do it, it doesn't matter.
No, I will. I will do it. Let me do it.
Wow, you have totally changed your personality. You change your attitude towards a person depending on their position. How could you become a section manager like that? You have no capacity to be in a management position.
Please don't say that. I will follow your instructions. I'll work out that format and remake it in some way. I think I can work it out if I ask the guys.
So you can't even make the format properly. You can't do it unless you ask someone, and someone tells you what to do.
No, that is not what I meant.
You said many times that you don't like people just waiting for instructions. But I wonder which one was the one who was actually just waiting for instructions.
I can't say anything more.
My only instruction to you is this. You are fired. Pack your stuff and get the hell out of the office. Ted got fired from his job. He said he didn't like people just waiting for instructions. In reality, however, Ted was not able to create a single document properly, let alone format a proposal. He cried to the president. His colleagues around him also didn't respect him. And no one tried to help him. His last-minute useless efforts and the flirtatious attempts to get away with it didn't work. Ted was fired and had to find a new job. He began job hunting. However, his bad reputation was already quite widespread in the industry. He was rejected by every company that had ties to his former employer. Finally, he began to reflect on his previous actions. But it was already too late.
Miss Eileen, it's been a while. It's Carrie. I'm glad you're alive. Huh? It's been 3 years since then. That mother-in-law deceived me and said you and your kid is gone. Carrie? Why? Why, I know your number. I have my ways, you know. It's easy if I talk to the men around you. What do you mean? I don't get it. You married, right?
I didn't.
Don't lie, I know the truth. 'Cause I stole your husband again.
What?
I'm on an overseas trip right now with him.
What?
Your men are so easy. This time I'm going to kick you out of the picture and marry him, become a rich man's wife.
I haven't remarried.
Don't lie to me. It sucks I stole a man from you again.
Why are you doing this to me?
What do you mean?
And why do you keep on going after married people?
It's not like I'm intentionally going after married people. It's just that I always want to steal your husband.
What are you talking about?
3 years ago, when I was married to my first husband, our marriage didn't work out. I was all alone and I wasn't able to make friends at the kindergarten as well. But you were a housewife in a rich family and you had a lot of friends. You pissed me off, so I wanted to be in your shoes.
That's the reason why you stole my husband back then?
That reason? It's more than enough for me to do so. But that mother-in-law protected you over her own son.
How can you say that?
Whatever. If she wasn't there, I would have been able to marry him and become a wife of a rich man. But now, even my actual dad cut me off. For the past 3 years, I've been poor and unhappy. I can't see my kids as well because I forgot to pay child support one time.
Didn't you get married with him?
We got married, but he cheated on me after 3 months. So now I'm all alone.
I feel like it's all your fault.
Shut up! That's going to be over. Because your new husband is also rich. But I stole him again.
I told you I haven't remarried.
You have. You are good at this. Your ex-mother-in-law saved you, but you betrayed her.
Why would I betray her? She is basically like my real mom. I will never be able to betray a wonderful woman like her.
You're saying that, but it's very superficial. You are interesting. I still hate you, though.
I don't care what you were thinking. Because nothing of what you say applies to me.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna tell you. What you're doing is very stupid. You're just making things up and going all over the place. You should calm down and figure out your own situation.
Stop lecturing me. I'm not going to fail this time. So there is no problem. Anyways, I stole your husband again. This time I'm going to be a rich man's wife and I'm going to get along with my dad as well. It sucks that mom is gone because she understood me completely.
I've told you that I haven't remarried.
Anyways, I'm going back in a week. Be prepared to be divorced again.
Mother-in-law, I'm sorry to interrupt you on your trip, but I have to tell you something.
What's wrong?
She texted me.
What do you mean? She texted you?
Yeah, it seems like she found out my number.
How is that possible?
And she told me she's going to steal my husband.
What the fuck? Do you have a boyfriend?
No, I'm not dating anyone, and I don't even like anyone right now.
And she's saying she stole your lover?
I have no idea what's going on. But she believes that I got married.
I don't know what to say.
I told her that I wasn't remarried, but she didn't listen to me.
I see.
Also, she thinks that she is currently on a trip with my husband. She said she was going to be back in a week.
Okay, so until then she won't be able to do any harm. Even so, I hate her. I don't know why she's doing this to you.
Mother-in-law, I'm really happy that you're mad for me.
I adopted you, so you are my real daughter now. Of course I'm going to care for you. Anyways, I'm going to go back according to plan with my husband.
Okay.
Let me contact them ASAP.
Them?
If she tries to do anything again, I know someone that might be able to help us.
Oh, the person you mentioned before?
Exactly. I don't know if this is a great timing for them, but I can't be helped. Anyways, take it easy until we get back. Okay, I'll be careful. Hey, it's an emergency. I never thought you would text me. There was no choice. What do you mean? Do you finally realize the situation you're in? Your father is in critical condition. What are you talking about? My mother-in-law is friends with your uncle. She texted him to talk about how you were texting me. Then your uncle told my mother-in-law that your father is in critical condition, but he said he couldn't contact you because you blocked him. Okay. Maybe that stupid mother-in-law figured out you betrayed her. What are you talking about? Basically, you stole her husband, and now I stole him from you. So either way, that stupid mother-in-law hates both of us. That's why she's playing tricks on us. Wait a minute. You think I married my father-in-law? Exactly. I guess you finally figured out that you stole him from her. Do you realize that it's impossible according to the law? What are you talking about? My parents-in-law are traveling overseas right now. Stop lying! Your father-in-law is on a trip with me right now. Anyways, your father is really in critical danger. I know you guys cut ties, but I think your uncle wants you there. So come home a day early. I'm not gonna believe you. Bye! Hey! Eileen! I am home. He said he wants to marry me. So please decide to get divorced ASAP. Now his inheritance is going to be mine. You were always so shitty. What do you mean? Wait a minute. Yes, I am not a stupid mother-in-law. Oh my god. You don't believe what she says. So I'm going to talk to you. How are you still on her side? What are you talking about? She didn't betray me even once. And I'm also getting along with my husband. We just got back from our trip. What do you mean? Your ex-husband is right beside me. Oh, that's my husband's twin who is my brother-in-law. What the fuck? We haven't seen each other for 3 years or so. Twin brother? What do you mean? How about the house you lived in before? My brother-in-law and his wife lives there now. What? It's the wife's house though. The wife? Yes, the wife owns a spa, so even though she's in her late 40s, she looks like she's in her 20s. And since she is relatives with Eileen, they look alike. Wait a minute. So let's get this straight. You started to have relations with my brother-in-law about a year ago, right? But neither me and my husband or Eileen has gone to the house for 3 years. No way! So that means that you mistook my husband's twin brother for him, and also saw that his wife was Eileen. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. So, I made a mistake of who to steal? Exactly. Holy shit! I also told my brother-in-law's wife about the affair. Wait a minute! When you guys were traveling overseas, they got a lawyer. A lawyer? She just demanded him alimony and divorce. Oh my god, things are happening already. You have to pay alimony too, so be prepared. It's fine. I'll make him pay for me too. I bet you guys have a lot of money. No, my brother-in-law is jobless. What? A few years ago, the company he used to work at went out of business. And since then, his wife's spa has been on a roll. He hasn't worked since then. He's just been lazy at home, living off of his wife's income. Oh my god! But she's really good at her job and also very fast. So she already decided on a place for her husband to work and live, and they will pick him up tomorrow. Wait a minute. So all the money we used on our dates and the trip overseas? He has been using his wife's money without her knowledge. Holy shit! Also the money that you guys spent on the affair? She's going to demand you to pay it with alimony. So good luck repaying everything. Really? Also, this is the most important part. Eileen is also going to demand alimony. After all this time? People can still demand alimony if it's within 3 years. So it's almost 3 years. I don't know about that. How much money do I have to pay back to people? Maybe about $1 million? $1 million? That's not fair. She also demanded alimony to my idiot son. Huh? He asked to be back with her 3 months ago. Of course she said no. He just paid up alimony and child support for the 2 kids. You bitch! Whatever. You did this to my cute daughter. I won't forgive you. Why? I shouldn't have done it. Also, we're in the middle of your father's funeral now. Huh? Well, it's been 2 hours since it started, so I think he's being cremated now. Hey, wait a minute! So it was true? Yes, he was hospitalized from a year ago from a disease. He fought it but didn't make it. Also, I have a message from your uncle. From my uncle? I was texting him as well. Okay. Your dad's will is to have his inheritance given to your cousin. What the fuck? You might get some, but it's not much to begin with. But you have to pay so much alimony anyways. What? Well, anyways, that's all I know. Wait a minute. What the hell is this? I'm poor and have debt now? And Dad isn't here anymore? I thought Dad would forgive me if I married rich. I wanted to be happy. You can't be happy taking other people's happiness. Huh? Think until you understand. You have to figure it out on your own. Excuse me. I don't know. Tell me why I can't be happy. That night, Carrie ran back to her parents' house. But she was wearing very flashy clothes since she just got back from her trip. Her relatives were there dressed for the funeral. They all glared at her. She tried to enter to see her dad, but her uncle kicked her out. He told her she should live a shitty life. She didn't know why this was happening to her. She just wandered off. Now she is working using her body to pay back the debts.